you advise them to go that hard?
No. No, unless you're a maniac. Yeah.
Trust Roofing here with Robin Scherer.
Hey, Tim. Thanks for coming by.
And Largo,
Florida. Yeah.
Largo, Florida. We're gonna do an office tour with you guys. We're gonna look at what's crazy, interesting, wild, maybe share some challenges.
Yeah. Oh, I'm down.
And what could work for your roofing business here today. I appreciate you guys. Let's get in there and check it out. Woo!
So in here, this is our lovely receptionist, Randy. This is where, clients and new potential employees come in. We have our core values right there on the wall. That's very important to us. We have them there, and then we also have them out in the alleyway up there, right? And that just reminds everybody who works here every day, and then even just down to me as the owner, any executives, what we're doing and how we're gonna go about doing it. And that's just so key for us. So this is kind of our conference room where we do interviews for new staff. We've got some of the projects that we've completed up there. And then reviews on the wall. We love hanging reviews on the wall because that's the goal. We want happy customers who are thrilled with their experience. So we love doing that. So Jeff's not here today, but this is our marketing director's office. So he's the one who's always talking to Skylar and touching base with him and everything. It's our HR director. Oh, he's not here. I don't know where he went. That's Brennan. He hires everybody. He keeps me on my toes.
How fast are you needing to hire right now? What is your pace on that? What does he do when you're not hiring?
Yeah, I mean, right now there's a lot of hiring happening. There's a lot of hiring. But to answer that question, there's a lot, right? Because like we as a company, I mean, we have like a staff reporting system. So, there might be something that is done that's not ideal. And then he works with my guy in quality control and they work on training and correction. And so, we got, kitchenette here. And here's the finance team. There's Caleb, Renee, Tara. Making sure that we have money.
Talk to me about a little bit about what you're working on right now, like this week.
Well, right now we are working on streamlining and smoothing out our purchasing order process, getting that grooved in, making sure that everyone's on track with that so that we can easily figure out how much we need to spend out, make sure it's allocated properly so that we have it very well organized for the company.
What's your goal, Robin?
My goal, we want to have millions of dollars in the bank. That's our goal.
If you were to advise another roofing company, would you advise them to go that hard?
No. No, unless you're a maniac. Yeah. These are all sales offices. Like Monday morning after sales meeting, everybody comes up here and they all hit a blitz, follow-up blitz, outreach, just call. This is inside sales. So Alex is not here today.
How are you doing?
Inside sales.
Do the salespeople take it for granted?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What would you say to a roofer across the country who's thinking about implementing inside sales?
I think it's a great idea. Supporting the outside reps is probably the best part of my job. A lot of different factors, but helping those guys is absolutely crucial. That it really supports them, gets their quotes ready, make sure they have any material orders ready, for doing follow-up for them to make sure the clients are really paid attention to and taken care of. It's a really good system.
Roofing moves up. The price of roofing is going to be more tomorrow than it is today. That creates urgency. Hey, storm season's coming in. That creates urgency. Hey, didn't you say your insurance rate was higher because of this old roof? And that's here in Florida a lot of the times the case. That creates urgency. So anything you can do to create urgency, I would say, is key. So incentive structure. So what we do is we have commission systems. So the outside sales.
We can walk.
We can go that way. Yeah. The outside sales reps are at 17% of the gross profit. We do a profit split system, and then the inside reps are their base plus profit and plus profit incentive also, and their structure looks like they get about 4% of the profit when I run all the books and everything on that. Okay. So it's about the structure.
Talk to me about your office here. What do you love about your space?
Yeah, I mean, I just love that I have an office. Like my last office, I was like in one real room and I had my marketing person, no, not my marketing person, I had my office manager next to me, my production manager next to me. It was just like this crammed in little office. We had our office dog running around, there were people in and out. I had no space. So just actually having an office somewhere where I can just sit and work quiet is just phenomenal. I really like this. This is something that Olivia, who you saw let you in, got me. This was really cool. So this just basically shows, like in 2020, I was, working out of my garage, just trying to figure out what the hell, right? And then there we are, that's in our old building, which I was just talking to you about. And then that's us here. So that just kind of really shows our growth and our journey just in 3 photos. Really nice. She got that for my birthday.
How do you handle the speed, man? Sometimes the speed when business is growing is a little uncomfortable. How do you handle it? Like, how do you stay sane and like, okay with the risk? I mean, obviously you've got the numbers down pretty well.
I mean, it all depends on what you want. I want to have an impact in the roofing industry. So if you want to have an impact in the roofing industry, you want to have it bad, that's what I want. Like, you're going to be able to deal with, you're going to be okay with that, because it is chaotic, it is hard, it's fast. But you lean into that because the end goal in mind is what you want. You want this success. You want your team to, thrive and do well, and you want to achieve big things, or at least I do. So if you want that bad enough, then you lean into the other stuff and you kind of go through it.
Can we go?
No, there's warehouse and office over there.
Amazing,
yeah, so
perfect.
Pink Floyd, it's my favorite band.
Oh, yeah.
It's like some stoic quote. Kobe Bryant, I'm a huge fan of Kobe Bryant, right? You get a little bit better every day, then nothing can stop you. And he had a great mentality, so shouts. Yeah, this is all warehouse space. I mean, we stock tons of stuff in bulk. I mean, that's like pallets and pallets of shingle starter rolls. We buy those by the truckload. We buy shingle underlayment by the truckload. We buy nail by multi-pallet quantities. We buy wood by the bunks, by multi-pallets. We buy insulation by the truckload. So, we do all this to save money. Oh, let me show you one thing over here. But we do all this to save money. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same quality material as I would spend at a huge markup if I go right over to supply. And I'm able to save some money on that. And what I try to do is I take that and I reinvest it in my roofers and in my team, because that's what's the most important. It's something we did recently, I was telling you about. The ice machine, and then we have a little bagging set up. And then we have a freezer, so we keep it stocked full of ice. I'm telling these guys I want it all the way full, so we're working on there. I want it always full at all times. So, as a cultural thing, if you're a roofer, you want to come in and you want to be able to get your nice ice and then get out there and get on the job. But the material savings is huge for us because, again, we're able to take that and then we're able to reinvest some of that back into our team. And that's what's the most key. If you have good roofers, a good team that really cares about your clients and cares about the end result, good project managers, good people in the production department, that's the freaking trick. That's the key. That's where a lot of roofing companies run awry, is they invest, in my opinion, too much into sales, marketing. So we invest a ton into our operational infrastructure. I mean, we have everything here from the manpower, the materials, the trucks, the trailers, the equipters. We have absolutely everything on site, owned, in order to put together a great roof. I don't need any third party. I don't need anyone I can go put a shingle roof on, right now. So just having that ability and having all of that controlled, I think, is key.
And you do use subs as well sometimes?
So we have like 30 W-2 roofers, and then we have others that are 1099, but even our 1099 crews, they're like consistent trust roofing crews who pretty much mainly work for us.
Okay.
And I want to transition to a huge W-2 workforce, and there are challenges associated with that, but I think that that's truly, for me, what I want to do.
Well, what are we putting together over here?
Yeah, let's talk to Stuart. So these are new. They're the shingle tomb, right? So we're calling them our shingle kits, our trust shingle kits. So we bought a whole truckload of these. One of the number one challenges that a roofing company faces, or a lot of trades businesses, honestly, is getting forgotten about. You spend so much time and energy doing a great job, then if the customer forgets about you, it's for naught. And I go to trade shows all the time, and I ask every customer who walks by, hey, do you need help with your roof, right? Or do you need roofing help? And a lot of them will say, oh, I got it done 2 weeks ago, I'm good. And I always ask back, who did it? Who did the job? Because I'm curious. Most of the time they say, I forgot. They don't even remember who did their roof 2 weeks ago. And I go like that as a business owner. I'm like, shit, is that happening to me sometimes? So anyway, this was a strategy to help solve that. So what it is it spare shingle. So we give these out anyway. And then in this little sleeve right here, we put our warranty, and then we put a referral program. How we refer, family and friends, and our project managers are trained to talk about these 2 items at the end of the job when they close it out. Also in there are jelly beans, branded jelly beans, and then branded bottle opener, key light, keychain thing. we'll go in here really quick and then we'll go. We're in the middle of this. It's going to be our showroom, so we're not done with it yet, but that's going to be, you know, shingles. We're going to have a nice sign, hey, this is shingles. That's going to be tile, metal. We're going to put Brava tile over here. We got Wharf House over here. We're actually doing one of these next week, early next week, so those are cool. But we're just going to mock this up as we actually have a lot of clients come in to sign their NOCs and come to visit us. So we're going to mock this up as a really nice place for clients to come in, choose their colors, meet with the sales rep. We're going to put an actual touchscreen display right here. It's going to be a Trust Roofing sign there. We're going to have a touchscreen display right there. We're going to have different applications. So like the ability to like click and like measure and get an instant quote of like a metal roof, of a tile roof, of a shingle roof. We use, what the hell is it, Roofle?
Roofle?
Yeah, we use Roofle for that. Yeah. We're also on that display going to put the ability to, you know, put a shingle roof and augment it on a house, take a tile and augment it on their house. That way, you know, you kind of can have a little bit of a display room here.
Is that in Roofle too?
That's not Roofle. That's going to be a separate. There's web applications, so we might just have the link to the web app, and then you go on the web app, and then you can do that. Just 5 guys go to a homeowner's house and sit in front of them and spend like an hour, tell them how good they are. You do that, and if I'm a homeowner, that's dreadful. I would hate to go through that. So I'm like, how can I try to create some different experiences or some different ways? Because we all know what they cost. I can look at your house on Google Earth. I can tell how much your roof costs. It's not some big but we make it this whole like Pandora's box. It's this whole, and it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know that it has to be like that. And I see in the future and moving more and more online. So I'm trying to kind of see, you know, how can we start to look at that and get ahead of that.
Have you looked at Engage? Engage.
Yeah, up here we have the production offices. So these guys were over there on the bottom floor. We moved them over here at one point not too long ago. We're just a bit cramped for space over there. So we're able to open it up. That's Rob. Rob, newer on the team, but he's badass. He has like 20 years of roofing experience, so he's doing pre-production.
Amazing. Question for you.
Yes, sir.
What was the onboarding process like at Trust? Is there anything that they did a little bit better than other companies as far as onboarding you as an employee?
Brandon was really good. Very, you know, attention to detail. He really cares about, you know, what you want as well, not just what they need. And the interview process was really easy. You know, I was in contact with Robin, and at the time Daniel and Brandon.
Would you suggest working at Trust Roofing based on your experience so far?
So far, absolutely. These guys really got it together over here. I've been to quite a few roofing companies, and I'm really impressed with this operation over here.
Give me one thing that you're impressed by.
The use of technology, number one. Let's go with the futuristic part.
Yeah.
It's amazing the way they use technology and utilize, you know, just like AI or in marketing and the CRM. I mean, it's really good.
Oh, sorry guys. There's Brendan. There's our HR director. So that's what he does.
Is it a crucial conversation?
A little bit, but it's okay. I mean, we are just getting everything sorted out. Like, we have such a bustling, amazing company. I'm like super stoked right now. I don't know. I've interviewed 12 people over the last 2 days, so I'm just like super pumped with the amount of like order that is coming into things, and that's what we're working on. We're actually working on some positioning right now of figuring out where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
So that's what we're working on.
What is it about working like a company that's growing versus a company that's chilling? What's a little different about working at a growing company, maybe that has its drawbacks and its perks?
Working at a company that's growing, you're rewarded for actually like working, having ideas. You get to really like create something, you get to build something, and you go home and you talk about it, and it's amazing. Oh my God, even the ups and downs, which is challenging, but I don't know, personally, I don't want to go home and I don't want to have a boring day. You know, I've worked for companies that are not growing. I've worked for companies where you have all these ideas of how you could refine something, make something better, and it's just ignored, basically. So I think it's super exciting. I mean, and roofing also is already very fast-paced, and it's even more fast-paced, I think, here at this company. So keeps you on your toes and keeps you moving.
Ever since I joined this company, it's been a lot of opportunities for growth. I've learned so much, and that's what all I wanted to do was learn as much as I could.
Are you newer, or how long have you
I
been?
am newer. I've only been here for a month.
What would you say to a person that was 1 month ago?
1 month ago?
Like you, and they're coming in. What would you say? Like,
get ready to work, get ready to sweat, and get ready to learn. That's what you'll do here.
hey,
Hello.
He wants to do an interview with
talk
you.
me through what it was like here 4 years ago versus what it's like now. Just give me like a brief before and after.
At the time we had 1 crew, 2 repair techs, and pretty much Robin just running around doing everything. So he was looking over all the jobs, him and I would sit down and go over the jobs for the next day, and we only had a couple people at the time. So now we're obviously a lot bigger, and
How many people are there?
We're like 70 W2 guys.
70.
What would you say is really cool about that and what's tough?
I'd say the hardest part is the industry is obviously rough. You know, it's fast paced. There's lots of customers to take care of, but we're obsessed with, you know, customer satisfaction, taking full ownership and responsibility, and that's how we've been able to grow to this size, and we're going to continue to do so.
How about the employee side? Give me a little peek.
Okay.
Give me a little peek into the dynamic of 80 people and what it takes to manage that type of
Yeah.
group.
Well, you've obviously got all different types of people you're dealing with, and people that like being managed different ways than other people. So you kind of got to just do your best to learn how to work best with those different people and just be a person for them.
What's a trait that the best trust employees have?
I'd say care. They care about the company, they care about Robin, they care about the customers, they care about the employees, so I would say they care.
Olivia's the director of production. She's 22 years old. You know, talk about not fitting the mold there, right? It's different. But all the guys love her. All the guys respect her. She's been here for 4 years. She's one of my longest term employees. And man, you know, she knows roofing. Like, she knows how they get put together. She knows the whole nine, so she's great. All right, man, that's about the tour.
Robin, where can people check you out online?
So they can check us out online, just dressroofing.com. If they're interested in working with us, they can get an instant quote on the website. And if you're interested in working here with the team, just hr@trustroofing.com, or you can also apply on our website.
So I will say it means a lot that you work with us, but I think my favorite clients and ones I will always double down on are ones that are so kind to us and who kind of advocate for us, because it's kind of a rough world out there for marketers. Like, some people hate marketers. I know you guys don't know that, but some people do. So having anybody in our corner just kind of saying, hey, this is an actual good company, really actually matters to us a ton. And as a person running a small business, means the world.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I think people who hate marketers, such a generality, number one. So I'm not a fan of those. But number two, you know, a lot of the times when you hate someone or something, you know, you're not taking maybe a lot of responsibility for your end of it. Because there's not a lot of relationships in this world where it's completely one-sided. They're just gonna come in and, I mean, marketing, you're gonna work to get that business to be able to be known, right? Mm-hmm. But the business has an enormous responsibility if they become known. Because if you don't take care of the phone call right, you don't take care of the lead right, you don't take care of the customer right, or whatever it may be, then the marketing's returns are going to continue to diminish because there's word of mouth and there's all of this other stuff connected to how you deal with that. So anyway, taking responsibility when you're looking into marketing, I think is key. And then if you can find a good one, I don't know, it can work out. You guys have been great for us. I think things I like about Hook, I like I said to you, it's just your people at the end of the day. Any marketing company is just going to be the people behind the scenes. And of course, there's going to be, you know, processes, and they're going to, you know, have systems around it. But like, we work with Skylar as our account manager, and he's very caring. He's very quick. If you need something, he's able to take a call the next day or the same day. I mean, he's fast, and he just cares about the results. He cares that we're doing well as a company, right? And the results have been great. I mean, you guys are great on Google. You guys are great at bringing leads in. If we're ever like, hey, they're slower, or hey, we need to bring in more, like, hey, whatever, then okay, here's solutions and here are ways that we can do that. And he's very like interested. I mean, sometimes he's more interested in like these results than I am. I'm just like, dude, I just want to go roof. And he's like, no, dude, we got to look at like this and that. We got to look at, you know, let's check these leads out. I'm like, okay. So now I have a marketing director who's actually able to do those with him, which is a good thing. But no, you guys are amazing, man.
Thank you. Shout out to our team, killing it for these guys. And I can always tell when somebody's good like that with us, but also diligent. I think like your team has been diligent. You've been diligent with us to make sure that it's done well.
Yeah.
It's got to be both sides.
Yeah.
I can tell that obviously with this team, you've got great leadership qualities, and we'll keep growing as leaders and humans.
Let's go, man.
Appreciate it,
All right,
bro.
thanks for coming out.
Thank you.